What is up, everybody? Back with another episode of Shorty's Sneaker Conversations. Let me see if we can get our guest. What's up, Dre? What's going on, man? About to get this show going in just a second. What's been up with you, though, man? The only one in here right now. You copped anything new lately? What's up, Earl? I have Kicks. What's going on, man? What's up, Shoeless? I just sent you an invite. What's up, Dope Chick with Kicks? What's going on?
What's going on, man?
What's up, man? See, you got the whole fleet behind you.
Man, shoot. Hey, this the room, bro. You know how I go.
Yeah, man. If it wasn't an avalanche going on in mine, I'd have been down there.
Right. You talking about the whole setup, man. You got a whole house full. I got one little room.
Man, but how you doing, though?
Man, I'm tired, man. I've been work, bro. I literally just got off of work, man. I had to do a little flight today, man. Got in not too long ago.
Okay, man. Well, I appreciate, you know what I mean, you being here. So, before we get started, wanted to ask you, what was the most positive thing you took from 2020?
The most positive thing I took from 2020, man. I think 2020 was an innovation year, man. It was a change up for all of us. Everybody had to change up everything they were doing normally, man. And if you wanted to still keep doing what you was doing, man, you had to move on, get something different done.
Sure. Okay. I do say hello to everybody that's joining. Welcome. Got some good people I done seen, joining. See Sneaker Mess. Oh, so you flexing light gear. Okay.
Man, please, I'm out here trying to get paid so I can buy more shoes.
Well, sure. We might as well just get into, tell everybody, who doesn't know who you are, what you do, where you're from.
I'm from Warner Robins, Georgia. Nobody knows where that is on the map. It's about an hour and a half south of Atlanta. I'm a pilot. I've also been an electronic engineer for the last 15 years with the government. I'm just a collector, man. Nothing special. I just love the culture.
Well, I must say I am a fan of your posts, and this is a thrill for me to be able to talk to you for a little while about, something, the life that we both chose, with the stakes.
Right.
So yeah, man. Well, starting off, well, why don't we jump into some sneaker origins and what was your first sneaker moment, or memory?
Man, my first sneaker moment. It was probably back in '91, man. I was in the third grade. I was at Lake Heath Air Force Base, England. Nobody was in the kicks over there. I wasn't in the kicks. It was pea coats and penny loafers, man. So one day, my mom, she surprised me, man. She brought me a pair of maroon sixes.
Nice.
She said they were on sale at the BX. She grabbed them. Military brats know the BX used to be the hot spot. Jordans used to go on sale. You could grab them 2 months later, especially overseas because they weren't really checking for them. So,
Yeah. I feel like, in that era, because in 91, I was in fourth grade. So we just looked so much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got that
Got you.
left me. But I do remember really up until the 11, you could always just get the Jordans. They were just the more expensive of most of the shoes, but not even of all the shoes.
Right.
I remember when I got my infrared sixes, it was still 4s and 5s in the Foot Locker I was at. So, what I mean?
Yeah.
Such a different time back then,
Oh, yeah, man. Even when I was in college, I mean, you fast forward to early 2000s, man, I could hang out a little bit, study a little bit, and still grab me 2 or 3 in the afternoon,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was just a heavy concentration on everybody just wanting the black and red Jordan. You know,
Right, right,
that
right,
hey, that's what we're fixated on. You might have the first color, but you'll wait out. Let the blue one pass, the All Star one,
right, right, right,
then you that black and red one. You need
right,
that.
right.
Yeah, man. Okay, okay. Well, would you say the Maroon Six is the shoe that got you into shoes, or was there another one?
Definitely not. I beat them up. I beat them up, and my folks they didn't buy me. They didn't buy. They just went back to buy me regular stuff, man. A lot of the times they were just the vibe was different overseas. Everybody was getting dressed up, so I mean we were more in the loafers and stuff. So I was just playing outside in them, man. Playing outside. I wear them to school a few times, but I beat them up, man. They were talking when I was done with them. So that it's my earliest memory, but it's not what necessarily got me into shoes. I definitely remember getting that attention, when you get a new pair or whatever like that. Oh, you got the Jordans, but I mean still it didn't really make me fall in love.
Sure, sure. Okay. Well, what would you say was the shoe that really kicked everything off for you?
The kamikazes, man. When I moved back to the States, I was wearing Bobos, as they used to call them back then. I was wearing Bobos, and I was ready. I was finally ready to step into something. I ended up getting them a year late. They weren't cool anymore. It's crazy now. The older the better. Back then, if you didn't have the new kicks, man, you was either your parents were poor, you were lame. It was just all over the place. But
Sure.
I got them. I got them, man. I just and that I say that shoe got me into shoes because I like weird shoes now. It was a very strange shoe then. It's still a strange shoe now. And man, once I got them, man, I love those shoes. I cleaned them every day. I had a little toothbrush going on, cleaning them up all the time. And man, I finally got a pair recently. So
Nice. Nice. Now, are we talking the Kamikaze one or two?
the one, the one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, when the two is what wrecked my life, man. When the two came out, oh, everybody was like, oh, those are old.
I remember them days though where, like I remember when I was in 8th grade when Michael Jordan came back. Um, that was in the middle of them. They did the '94 3, and then the one came out at the beginning of '95, and then they did the two.
Gotcha.
And bought any of them other than
Right,
people who
right.
really love Jordan. And I remember all of them being on sale: white cement 3, black cement 3, Chicago 1, bread 1. The twos. I mean, the twos that's still a love it or hate it Jordan. Now I love them.
Right, 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 right.
It's crazy how it was just the fixation on the current shoe. And if you had the last shoe or the shoe before, yeah, you was in Cleveland. We call it, yeah, nigga, you Jake. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, got you.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
I remember that. Oh
It's
man,
it's just crazy that anything used to go on sale, man. It's just you could just grab stuff later on. You could be
I mean,
like, oh, I need a couple more paychecks to fall through, and then I can go back and grab them.
yeah, and even more recently, like, all right, I was um store manager for Hibbett 17, 18, 19.
Hmm.
Um, even then, like I'd have a wall full of retros, it would only be certain ones, you know what I'm saying? So the way it is, it's really only been like that for maybe a year and a half, 2 years. The pandemic put the game on steroids. It's just crazy. But
Yeah, yeah, man. I don't think we ever gonna bounce back to normal. That's dead.
yeah, yeah. Cause I'm even gonna say that I feel like I was telling my one friend earlier, we was talking, I really feel like with regular Nike retros that aren't Jordans or foam posits, they're not limiting them, but I just don't feel like they're making that many of them.
Phone posits, man. Ah, you did say phone posits, right?
Yeah, I feel like Jordans and foam posits, I feel like they still put effort into them, but like Barclays, Griffey's, I feel like they don't make as
Oh
many.
no, 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 no. They don't care, man. I feel like they do those kind of how they did the up tempos, man. The up tempos like one of my all-time favorite models. And then
Mm-hmm.
and then we got to the point where they were just dumping any colorway at it. No real effort, man.
Or out.
As much as I love that model, I might not even have 5 pairs. You would think because they have 50 different colorways, there'd be a bunch of them, a bunch of good ones, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah, they hoard that shoe out. They hoard out the CB94 before a couple times. Now it's
Right.
only a couple, but you remember in the 2000s, man, it was CB94s coming out every week.
Yeah,
Big.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah.
So So yeah, but all right, all right. Well, you know, with you, I've seen your posts. I love how you take your pictures. Um, when you're buying a shoe, what's really, what's your influence? Is it nostalgia? Is it colorways? Like, what'll make you buy a shoe, or what are some of the things that make?
It's crazy, man. Colorways and definitely nostalgia. Because growing up, even though I was one of those kids that you got a pair to start the school year, and you
Mm,
got a pair at Christmas time, and that was it.
mm,
Just two pairs a year, and that was it. So for me, it's definitely nostalgia, definitely colorways, man. I love bright colored shoes. Anybody who follows me knows I like bright colored shoes. But nostalgia is what really got me into collecting, to be honest. I was a big fan of Nike basketball. I heard you talking about the Jays earlier. I love the Jays. I respect the Jays, but back when I was growing up, middle school, high school, I was just into all different kinds of stuff. Basically, Nike basketball, because I think the up tempo was probably, that was like my main. I say that's the shoe that really, when I really took off, really fell in love with shoes. You know,
okay.
Kamikaze got me into it, but Nike basketball was just it, man. So even now, I wish they need to bring Nike basketball back. We need a lot of those models to come back from the '90s, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm waiting on those kids. I'm going off subject here, but I'm waiting on them kids next year. Kids, the penny ones, stuff like that. So definitely nostalgia and colorways though, man, to get back.
Okay. Now I will say I'm kind of disappointed that they decided to bring the Zoom Flight 95 back instead of the Zoom Flight 5, the second Jason Kidd, the black one. Like I need that one, man. I've had
Is
two
that
of
the
them.
one that had the two air units up front?
Nah, it was the one that had the little purple eye on the side.
Oh man, I don't
They
think I know what that is, man.
oh
I
man,
don't think I know which one that is. You said it's the
yeah,
second
man.
one?
It's Jason Kidd, he wore them like 96, 97. The
Okay.
damn, I wish I had a picture of them, but they've retroed the white colorway. They've had it on
Uh-huh.
Nike,
So
and
what
it's
was the one with the two air units on the front? Was that the third one?
two air units.
It was weird because it was the first shoe I saw. It had like two small air units in the front, but no air units on the back.
Oh,
You remember what I'm talking
you talking about this is called the Air Flight Max. The shoe kind of looks like it's a wave on the side.
about? Right. I thought didn't he wear those or those weren't his shoes? I could be
He wore
wrong.
those. They
He
weren't
wore
his.
those. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
yeah. I had a pair of those back then that they made for Scottie Pippen, but he never ended up wearing them.
Okay. Man, I'm gonna have to look back and see what you're talking about now.
Yeah, if you look at you Google Zoom Flight 5, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember
Man,
those.
look, I'm finna grab this iPad now just to see what you're talking about before I forget.
Yeah, but with the Zoom Flight 95, the black and gray ones, like when I was working for Exhibition in Cleveland, like we had them there, uh, like 2015, and I couldn't get those things away. I kind of regret not buying them.
Gotcha, gotcha. I mean,
Older,
man, when you look at that stuff now, it's just like you look back, you're like, man, I should have bought this, I should have bought that. It'll be there later. They're gonna bring it back, and they never bring it back, man.
yeah. Well, I call it the sneaker vortex. Is where Nike retros that again aren't Jordans or foam posits. A lot of the trainers, some of the basketball shoes, they'll come out. A lot of times they go on sale, and then they'll just
Right,
disappear. And I call it
right, right, right,
it's not about you having the money. It's about you being able to find it just so you can buy it. You know what I
right,
mean?
right, right, right.
Like a shoe I'm looking for right now that I passed on because I still have my originals was the Air Mission. I can't find
Mhm.
any of the original colors of the Air Mission.
Man, I feel like I've heard you mention that shoe almost every episode. I know it's eating you up, bro.
Yeah, or if I find it, it's too fucked up. It's like, nah, it's too far gone. Like the
Right,
black one,
right.
white and blue, white and
Hmm.
red, like, and again, these are shoes I had in stores that I ran that I just didn't get because I had the older pair. So,
Right, right, right.
but I know you said you were part of a military family. So,
Mhm.
did you have a specific place where you was at? Was it just the DX store, or where did you get your kicks when you were
Man, it was just a basic exchange, man. It was always the BX. I didn't, growing up, I don't know how you grew up. Growing up, it was just like they take you to the store, right? And it's like, hurry up and pick a shoe. So a lot of the times I'd end up with a shoe I didn't really want because I know if I didn't grab it from this store, look, you better grab them now because I don't feel like taking you back later, you know? it was just it was a lot of pressure, man. You know, it's not like I was in control of where they took me. It was like, look, we're gonna take you to two stores. If you don't find anything in the first store, second store, hey. And then I was thinking maybe they never take me back. So, you know, I just got rushed into stuff a lot, man. Most of my shoes came from the BX. Even when I was in high school, they came from the BX. When I got a job when I was 16, it was still the same thing, man. The BX, because you know I could save on the tax. The BX didn't charge any, and you could still kind of get things on sale during that time frame. So
Yeah. Okay. Now, I know things are kind of dicey with the shoes now, but where's been your go-to place to get shoes now?
man, look, I don't go to nobody's store because that's dead. Especially where I live at, they backdoor everywhere, man. I mean, they get the shoes early, and I mean, even the stores here are reselling. You know, the managers here are reselling, backdooring those shoes. So I'm either on my early morning creep, you know, picking up stuff overseas or just copping online. 99% of what I get, if I had to think about it, I can't remember the last time I walked into a store and was able to grab a shoe. It's just rare, man.
And
And then it's definitely not sneakers app. I don't even want to talk about that.
yeah, that's been up and down for me as of late. So, what size are you?
I'm 11 and a half.
Okay, well, as somebody who wears that size, if you ever want to let anything go, you know what I'm saying?
Man, shoot, I need to be talking to you. You ain't got room for nothing else, man. You need to be trying to sell me something.
Man, I I still got some room. Nah,
Between you and your wife, man, y'all need a whole nother house.
yeah, yeah, she's yeah, but my wife, whole other conversation, man. She got a lot of stuff I wish I had, man. So, you know, but it's cool.
Man, she be hitting. I see her page, man. I was like, man, she be hitting.
Yeah, I give her props. You know what I'm saying? You in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Hello, V Weathers HR, my lovely wife. Um, but that actually leads me to my next question. Now, your wife be doing it too.
Mhm.
How's it with y'all having a sneaker household? Like, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work for y'all?
I'm gonna tell you what, man, it's very easy. So when I met my wife, she wasn't into shoes at all. Now, uh, one of the things I love about my wife, she picked up what I like. You know, she kind of she when she first saw the shoes, I think when we first started dating, she was looking around like, you know, what's going on here. But when we started getting serious, I started picking stuff up and picking stuff up. And even now, it's very, believe it or not, it's very seldom she asks me for a shoe. Um, I say out of all the shoes she's had, she might have at least asked me for maybe four or five. So generally, you know, she follows the pages just like I do. She'd be like, "Oh, these are cute," and she never really says if she wants it or not. So to make it easy on me, because I've already learned the hard way, I'll grab something she said is cute, and then I'll end up having to pay resale because I didn't grab them for her, and then you know she's looking at mine all crazy. But she doesn't really. I'm the shoe buyer, you know. I think she might have bought like two pairs, so I just buy her stuff, make it easy on myself, man. You know, when she asks for something, I grab it, and when she doesn't ask for anything, I grab it anyway. That way, I ain't got to worry about it.
Sure, sure. Well, that's good. That's good. My wife actually put in the comments. She was confused when she first came to my place and saw.
Uh,
Nigga, are you serious, nigga? Like why you have all this? But you
I'm,
know,
I'm trying to read. I see her in the comments. Hey, was she in the shoes too when you met her?
um, somewhat, somewhat.
Somewhat,
She had
somewhat,
other
but
things, but
but you escalated
yeah,
it.
there. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably hear about this later. Be saying curation, but it's cool. Um, yeah, but it's cool. I mean, it's something that um now we do together. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Sometimes she'll be like, "You tripping? You need to buy them," or she'll just tell me, give me unsolicited advice. And I normally hate when people give me unsolicited advice.
Right.
You know, she know me, so it's gonna be like, nigga, in 2 years you're gonna be wishing you had them. So because it's happened before.
Right, right. See, I have to do that with my wife. She was like, "Oh, you just bought me a pair. I don't need them." And then once she see me with a pair, and then it just makes it rough for me. 'Cause she got a baby feet, man. So you know how it is, man. You sharing sizes with kids, Asian folks. You know, anybody that got small feet, you
Yeah.
sharing. So it's
See,
it's a task.
see, I
And
don't.
then I take it personal when I can't grab what she wants. I'm
Ah,
sitting out here trying to, trying to sell this, trying to sell that, trying to make a way to get them.
nah, I feel it. Like, our wedding anniversary is on October 7th. So
Uh-huh.
hooked up where I just feel like an evil, demented, like bad guy. Like I got the detonator. Like, I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
get up. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool that you like that. My wife, at times I wish she was in grade school. At times I wish she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? She's in you know, like a men's 8.5, so she's competing with dudes. Also,
Got you.
other women that wear her size, that women's 10 is a tough one. So,
Hmm.
you know,
I
but
got you.
meaning to ask you that though, how that works out because it works for us, but you know,
Okay. Okay. See,
I'm
my wife, she's
glad.
gotten a little bougie with her. So, with Nike basketball or LeBrons or anything like that, when you get to grade school sizes, they
Mm-hmm.
might be shorter in the air units or whatever like that. So now
Yeah,
she's gotten to the point that where if I get her the men's version, she's like, this one doesn't feel as good. So now it's super hard, you know?
yeah, yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, they definitely built different. They're not the same quality.
yeah, like when I was still with exhibition, that used to be an undesirable conversation I would have with women would be I would have the 7Y, but I would also have the men's 7. Men's
Hmm.
hard to come by. 7.5 is hard enough. The men's 7 is real hard, and a lot of them really didn't get why the shoe would be a size 7 and it would be like 190, and like it's a men's shoe. It's
Right, right.
you know, um, I feel that. I do feel like with a lot of the grade school pairs, they kind of slap them together. They don't really put the same effort that they put into the men's one, but
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. When you said that with the 7, she wears a 6. So getting a men's 6, man, it's tough. It's tough.
yeah,
Sometimes I could get a 6.5. Um, she loves LeBrons, so
mm,
it's easy to get grade school LeBrons. But after I got her a few men's pairs, now she don't want the grade school no more.
yeah,
So
yeah, I feel that. Ooh, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Um. Okay. Well, LeBron she just likes LeBrons in general, or is it just the whole line or whatnot?
we're heavy on comfort over here. So Faith, she loves basketball shoes for one. So she has a preference for high tops, mids, or whatever. But LeBron's, how LeBron's, she likes how they feel on her ankles. She teaches Zumba in them. I think she's teaching Zumba now. She's got a pair on.
Got you.
So I don't know. You have to ask her, but she loves how comfortable they are. She thinks between LeBrons and Yeezys all day. I could buy any LeBron, any Yeezy. She's happy.
Got you. Got you.
So at least she's not a super hype beast over here.
Hey, hey, you know what? The way I look at it, and I've said this to pretty much every lady I've gotten an interview on this show.
Hmm.
I really appreciate the way that the ladies really they approach the game the way we used to. Not saying you and I approach it different, but it reminds me of how it was back in the day when we was
I know
younger.
exactly where you're going. Yeah.
It's more genuine. It's not about
Hmm.
a dollar. You know what I mean? Like they really want the shoes to have them and wear them and post them and wear them again. Like I love that.
Right, right, right. I mean, the ladies, I feel like a lot of people aren't really collectors anymore, It's just
Yeah,
like if I post a shoe, sometimes guys would be like, "Oh, you still got those?" Like I sold. I'm just like, man, like certain pairs are just. I mean, when I get certain shoes, man, they're for keeps. I'm not gonna sell them to get something else. I'd say 99% of the shoes I buy, I mean, I'm stuck with them. I'm keeping them. But now you get to the point where people, it's like, well, man, I could get rid of 3 shoes that aren't as hype, sell those and get one hype shoe. And I'm just like, that ain't it, man. At least not for me. I
nah,
don't want to knock anybody else, but I just like to collect, man. I like to pull out stuff that might be, 10 years old.
yeah, yeah. Let me give a shout out to my homie Tasha. She in the comments down there. Tons say what's up. Say what's up to everybody else who joined. But nah, I'm with you. I'm the same way. Like I don't like really getting rid of nothing because as soon as I get rid of something, I'll come across something that I either have or don't have. And I'm like, damn, I could have wore this with that, or
Right, right, right.
they going for that much now. Damn.
Man, look, this is how I feel about Fusion Reds right now. I never really liked the Fusion Reds to begin with, but they were available. In these times, man, when somebody offers you a Jordan, you almost feel obligated to buy it.
Yeah.
And I look at these Fusion Reds every day like, man, what did these go with? And as soon as I get rid of them, I'm gonna be like, oh man, I'm gonna find like the perfect Hulk Hogan shirt or something like that, and it's gonna set it off. But man, I've been there with that regret. When I first started collecting, there's several pairs that I got rid of early on collecting. I wish I would have kept. And I'm sitting here looking for them now. I can't find them. I've had a pair of Shaq Gnosis. I don't know why I got rid of them. Dumbest thing I could have done. I've been looking for a pair of Shaq Gnosis for the last year.
The white and black.
Yeah, the OG colorway. I know they retro last year, and somehow I didn't know about it. I don't know how I missed it.
See, that's happened to me every time with those damn D Browns. Like, I knew they was coming out at the time, but
Right.
I had some other shit going on. But like the Shagnosis retro, and then like the white Shack Attack retro at some point in 2017. And I'm like, when did this happen? Where was I at?
Right.
Because like I have both of those shoes, but they're not as they're wearable and postable, but they're not as fresh as I'd like. Like I like to get those over again.
Right.
Especially them white Shacks, but niggas be taxing the fuck out of
Man, people taxing on everything now, man. Like people want $350 in our size for the Shaq Gnosis, man. I'm just like, I'm not paying $350 for no Shaq Gnosis. I don't even want to pay retail on those, man. Be honest, I need to get one of the Macari steals.
See, we gonna get to that in a minute. We gonna get to that in a minute.
Gotcha.
Oh man. Well, look. What's the most recent thing that you had copped?
Man, I bought me and the wife some foam runners, man. Don't judge me. I ran across a good deal, and look, I keep it real. I keep it real with everybody on here. What happened with the foam runners is I'm just like, I'm not paying this ridiculous money for just foam or whatever like that. So I went on eBay and I caught me one of those eBay pairs, and then they felt so good. I was like, man, I need a real pair now, because I was washing the car in them, running errands or whatever like that. And then my wife started looking at them. She thought they were complete trash at first. And then she was just like, oh man, these look kind of good. And then I had a reseller friend. He showed me some love on them, man. Cause I was like, look, man, I can't give you more than 100 and a little bit of change for them, and I had done some deals with him in the past. So, he just hooked me up on some love stuff and I got him for, a good price. Maybe 25 over retail.
Oh, that's good there. That's good.
Yeah.
I want a pair of them. I ain't gonna lie. I want them.
What's that?
I actually want a pair of them. So I ain't gonna
lie.
Man,
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You get a pair, and man, they're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. They're like, I wear Crocs sometimes, but this Croc is like, you can't run from a dog in a pair of Crocs. Like your whole foot's encased in this foam runner. So look, if you got to take off, you can take off. It just they just got a better feel, man. It feels like you're more strapped in.
Yeah, like and I don't even really feel like they're that weird, but they are weird. Like I like weird shit. Like
right. See, well, shoot, if you like weird shoes, you cool then, cause man, I mean, to me, I thought they were dope soon as I saw them, man. Look like some alien type stuff.
Now let me ask you this. This is a segment. So my wife has like a list of sneakers that I can't wear if we go out because she just don't care for them. You know what I mean? Is there any sneakers that you have that your wife's like, man, why do you have those? I can't fuck with those. Why do you have those? Is there anything?
Man, I gotta think for a minute. That's a pretty good question. I'm gonna have to look. I'm sitting here trying to think. I think, in all honesty, man, I think my wife likes everything I have. It's not a shoe that she looks at and just like, oh my God, those are ugly. Now I can tell you the shoe I feel that way for her. She begged me to get her a pair of them ugly Yeezy Quantums, man. I hate those things. And I can't deal, man. And she wore them to church a couple Sundays ago. And I was just, man, shoot, she distracted me from praising the Lord with them things on, man. I don't like them, but she me and Faith have very similar styles. We like weird shoes, but the only difference with her is she doesn't like the wild colorway. She likes more subdued colorway. So I'm the bright color person. She likes more neutral shoes.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you the list. The list is real short, but
Hmm.
my wife doesn't fuck with any of the Jeremy Scott shit, and I got a couple of them. You know, the fucking wings and the.
Oh man,
She don't.
you and same is different J's, man, with them Jeremy Scotts. Oh, I can never get down, man. I can never get down with them. And I like everything. I love weird shoes, but man, I can't get down. Did you get a pair that would look like it was money that recently came out?
Nah, but I was just looking at the bitches on social status. So
Uh-huh.
shoot, the
Oh, so
200.
they on there?
Yeah, they're on there.
Man, if
Like,
they're still sitting on there, you know they gonna go on sale.
yeah, I may have to wait that one out. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
everybody. But
yeah,
just
yeah.
commented, you must not have old ass shoes like Shorty C94 because the. So it started with like I have the 94, 95 Chicago's. I've had them since
Uh-huh.
eighth grade. They're like my most prized sneaker possession.
Oh, I've seen them, man. I've
Yeah,
seen them. I'm with it.
she ain't with the sole being yellow. Like she just, if we going out
Hmm.
somewhere, nah, you can't wear that. And I'm like, niggas get pins to make them look like this. She just,
Right, right.
that,
You
and
got you got the old neutrals over there too, the old neutral grays.
yeah, yeah. That's my one OG pair of.
Okay.
So I don't know how she feel about them. The 94 Chicago's are actually even more yellow than them. So,
So
um,
you actually wear those out?
oh yeah, yeah. I wore them the first day. Ooh, it's been a while. It's probably been about a year. The first day we were living in North Carolina, I wore them.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean they have varying.
How do they feel, man? Like
I mean they well
I see your face. You're like,
yeah. I mean they don't hurt, but keep in mind that because of the job now. I mean I'm in Converse half the time, so it's just
okay, okay.
it's all the same now. They kind of feel
Right, 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 right.
slightly better than some regular Chucks. So, um,
Okay,
but yeah, I mean I try to wear everything, but it's just those few. And I have a pair of Ricardo TC Dunks, the super
okay.
Dunks, where the swoosh kind of
Gotcha.
down. She ain't with them either.
Hmm.
Well, it's only a few.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I had to ask you if your wife had a list of, but you
Yeah,
got.
I'm trying to think, man, but I don't think we everything that I say everything that we don't like, we either one of us had outside of her with those Yeezy Quantums.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I've tried to warm up to those, and I've had opportunities to get them, but I just can't. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
they'd have to be for the low.
And I'm telling you, man, like I see you posting and you have a wide variety of everything. So I'm thinking maybe you'd have a pair of those, to be honest with you. Because I know you mess with basketball shoes heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I love Adidas, but of my favorite Adidas are like 80s or 90s runners.
Gotcha. Okay.
I got maybe 7 or 8 Yeezys, but I need those foam runners. I need the 450s, maybe just one pair of each of those, and I'll be good.
Yeah, the 450s are cool too. I'm excited to see what Jerry Lorenzo's gonna do with Adidas basketball, man. I think he's gonna bring it back. I think he's gonna bring it back and do some cool stuff there.
I hope so. And now, since Adidas and Reebok are separate, we won't have any more stupid collabs like Harden, Reebok, Iversons, and that'd be
Yeah.
what it is.
All them hot ones, man. I didn't like any of that hot. Man, they came out with so many whack colorways in the Shaq Gnosis, man. I'm
I mean,
like, just re-release the original colorway 3 times a year and I'm good.
yeah,
I don't need the hot one Shaqs. I don't need the red, white, and blue Shaqs. Whatever else they were putting. I don't need any of that stuff.
yeah.
And I'm
I mean,
not even an OG colorway snob, but certain shoes, man, it has to be. They need to stop playing and bring back the original Iversons, man. Those ones from like 96, 97, the original ones, instead of all of this other stuff.
it hasn't been. They came out in 12 and they came out in 16, but we haven't seen them since.
Gotcha.
You know,
Gotcha.
but yeah, I did cop the Hot Ones questions because they were at the Reebok outlet. They were like $60, so I couldn't leave.
Man, look, once they dropped in price, I thought about grabbing them, and by the time I ended up grabbing them, my size was gone. I guess I didn't like the Hot Ones Shaqs. I think the Hot Ones Iverses were pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hate how how Adidas did, man, when they started with that fake Hexaglide, man. Like it's not even real Hexaglide. Like I'm sitting here looking at some of my Iversons, and it's not even lining up with the pain, man. It's like they just stuck a honeycomb on top of plastic, you know?
Yeah. They don't even feel the same. I feel you on that.
I bought a pair of you remember the DMX runners?
Oh yeah, I got 2 pairs.
And have you got a recent pair?
Nah, they both the 13 retros.
So the recent pairs are not even functional.
See.
You know how you used to feel like the pods and stuff like that? They're just there, man.
Because I saw a couple pairs at when we first moved here last summer. I saw a couple pairs at either Ross or Burlington or something, and I regret not getting them. But hearing you say that, I don't even feel bad about not getting them.
And so I had a guy that warned me, and I was like, "Bump, what you got to say? I want them for nostalgia. I don't care about that." And I just remember I actually had a pair of those. I can't remember. It might have been in middle school, might have been early high school. But man, I had a pair, and I'll never forget how they felt on my feet with that little air transfer deal they had on the pods or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, I done strapped them on, I'm ready to go, and they're doing absolutely nothing, man. they just feel just like regular shoes. So,
well, let me see.
I think Adidas ruined the Reeboks.
Well, hopefully, since Shaq and them other dudes, hopefully they'll bring it back because he said on
right.
there were going to be a lot of Reebok retros coming. So I'm
Okay.
intrigued to see. So, but let's see here. JST.RV, how y'all feel about the Fear Gods since he's not with Nike anymore? Did you get any of the Fear God Nikes, Shuli?
Fear Gods, I have one. I got about 6 pairs of them. I like them a lot. But they're extremely hard to rock. I've been sitting, I think out of the 6, I might have worn 2 or 3. So I mean, it's you see how that shoe is shaped. It's a hard wear, man.
I heard
hard wear.
And off too.
What's that?
I've heard that it's hard to get on and off too. The regular.
Oh my God, man. So when my wife, she has a couple pairs of them, I have to take hers off. She can't get them off. She can get them on, but she cannot get them off. So we'll do one of those weird deals where she's pulling back with her foot and I'm yanking the shoe and I'm flying into the TV trying to help her.
Okay. Because I want a pair of them. I never got a pair because I had a chance to get the mocks were all over the outlets. I had a chance to get the shoot arounds, but I always just wanted the regular Fair God one.
Yeah, and they're super comfortable too, man. They're actually super comfortable. They're not, people think they're heavy. The sole is heavy, but the upper is really light.
Okay. Damn, I didn't see all these other comments down here. Hello to everybody.
I haven't even been looking at the comments.
Yeah, hello to everybody that's joined. Thank you. Yeah, all the Fear God stuff I have is just Converse stuff.
Okay.
So I didn't get any of the Nike stuff, but okay. Well, right now, what's your favorite shoe to wear? I mean, you got a lot of variety as well. What's that shoe you're like? I'm gonna kill him today. Is it what you coming with?
Man, if I tell every time I pull out this shoe, everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's so ugly." It's the Road Warriors, man. I love them.
Okay.
ISBA Road Warrior. And if I had to say one was second, I haven't actually worn that one yet. Is the I think they're the Matthew Williams Zoom M4s. They kind of look like the Road Warriors. You know what I'm talking about?
Them super joints.
Say what now?
The super expensive joints, the MMWs or whatever.
Yeah, but they were cheaper than the Road Warriors by $50 though. So yeah, they were expensive, man. But I'm gonna tell you, nothing feels as good as those. I don't know what that air system is. And it's got zoom, it's got units up front, man. It feels like you're on a trampoline when you're walking on them.
Yeah, I want some. I found some at the store in Charlotte once, but they were in a reseller's hands already, so I couldn't really get up on them to see how much they cost.
You saw a pair of Road Warriors?
Yeah. They were at the clearance store.
Clearance store.
He had them like in his hand, and I couldn't really tell. I'm like, they looked like they was our size, but I was like, man, if they retail for as much as they do, like 500, like, how much are they for here? Are they 250? Like,
Man, retail it's so high, man, and I think reselling them is about $800. When I got my pair, I actually traded a couple pairs that I didn't want to get rid of them. Couple pairs that I almost don't want to say, I feel like I get killed if I mention the pair, but I wanted them bad. I wanted them bad. And my thing is resale is one of those things, man, where I just can't pay you money out of my pocket. I just refuse to do it. A lot of people look at my collection as like, oh, Julius, he pays resale. I'm like, man, like if I can't hustle and get it, like I'll get pairs exclusively just to know that I'm gonna try to get off of them or trade them to get what I want, just for bait. But just giving somebody, hey, bro, here's $600 for this shoe you paid $150 for. Absolutely not. Not over here. So if I got to trade to get it, for something I don't really care about as much, but I typically set myself up to buy a few pairs. I just go for everything, even if I don't want it. And I can set this off to the side, get with this reseller, whatever like that. Like, look, man, you want this? I could get that. We could call it a day, But you ain't getting no $1,000 for no shoes.
nah. Like I'm proud to say, out of all the sneakers I have, I've never paid more than $300 for a shoe, and even when I had, that was years and years ago, like 05, 06. So,
Right.
Box or less. Like I can't really do it.
Yeah. I think, one time the most I actually sold some pairs. When my wife didn't get the off-white fours, I took it personal, man. I was like, I gotta find a way to get them. And I ended up trading a couple pairs, to get them. And that's probably the most trade, I've ever. It's not the most. It's the second most trading I ever did to get a pair. But that was for my wife, and I was like, man, I ain't let nobody come between me and get my wife these shoes, So, and then she's only worn them once, and she wore them to our wedding reception, and now she refuses to wear them anymore. So I'm not gonna say it's a waste, but whatever.
See, you just set the bar super high for me and every other dude watching, the females watching, like, well,
oh man,
he did this to get this. What are you gonna do so I can get it? You know what I'm saying? So you put all of us in a hole, man.
The crazy part is she rarely asked me for anything, man. So I wouldn't say all of that, but I mean, she wanted ambush dunks. I had to pull a move to get ambush dunks. But other than that, man, she, other than them off-white fours, that's the most strings I ever had to pull to get something. And seeing her face when she got them, man, I was good. I was actually supposed to give them to her for Christmas, and I was like, nah, you getting them now. I gave them to them early. As soon as they came in, I was like, here, take them.
Yeah. See, my wife is already in the comments. He a good husband. Somebody should trade so I can get the Melody of Shiny Ones. So see, you just started something, Julius. You know what I'm saying? Now I might be at the top.
It's funny. I don't know who mentioned the Melody Shiny Ones, but that was one of the first shoes I took a hard L on that she really wanted, the Melody of Shiny Ones. She was dying to have that shoe. And the crazy part about it was resale, a lot of people don't realize as soon as they drop, man, I went to StockX. I went right to StockX, bought them for $300. I dealt with it. I said, you know what? I'll pay $300 now. And then I go to my closet later and find something, and I did. And look, now they're skyball, man. They're like $1,200 or $1,300. So, I mean, $300 was a walk in the park compared to buying them now.
Yeah.
I like them, man. I want to snatch the watch off of them, throw them on my ones, man.
I'm thinking about, next time I go thrifting, just getting some old ass watches and doing that.
There you go.
So,
They ain't got nothing but an old gold Casio on there anyway. That's all it is. Man, that watch don't even work, man. You throw on a watch that works, you really in the game.
Yeah. It's almost like having a micro pacer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But she loves them, and I think she that's one of the shoes she's probably worn. She hasn't worn a lot of shoes a lot, but I think she's worn that shoe a solid 5 or 6 times, man.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good when I pay a little money and she wears it a lot. It's not like these off-white fours I'm sitting here staring at now that she'll probably never wear again.
Yeah, she should break them out on the anniversary or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shoot, she ain't gonna wear them shoes. She's like, I had them with my wedding dress on. It just doesn't feel right. I'm like, man, whatever. Next time we go somewhere, I'm gonna throw them in the bag. I'm gonna take one of them other pairs out, throw them in the bag. She'll be forced into it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. man. I really enjoyed this, man. All right. Well, I already see how you store your sneakers. You know, you got rid of the boxes. You just doing the drop fronts. You know, do you?
So, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
No, it's I see. I did not throw away my boxes. I know a lot of people threw away the boxes. A lot of my boxes, you know how certain pairs just have really cool boxes. We actually have our boxes in a storage. What happened is right before we got married, I knew I was gonna make a room, so I ordered all the containers at once, and I was able to fit all of our OG boxes into our sneaker containers. So every time I buy more containers, we have more shoes. We just transfer them to the boxes, and it works out pretty good. Works out too if you decide you want to get off of something, donate it. I'm really weird that even if I give somebody something, I want them to have the box, even though they don't care about that. It's just, that's just me. But I don't know how far you want to go into these containers, but these containers they're not all they're cracked up to be. They look great, but the quality, if I had to rate the quality on it, I'd have to say 2021 non-SB dunks made out of pleather. That's where I would put the quality on these boxes.
Okay. See,
they're literally so bad. If they come in, if you tell them something broke, they don't even ask for proof, man. Like they come in, they're broke. They just send you more of them.
Wow.
No questions asked. They're like Chick-fil-A. Sometimes I'm not ashamed. I just lie. I just say like, look, I got a case in, 5 of them broke. I'm just like, I don't know what happened. We're gonna send you 5 more. I'm like, cool. Every time they come in, some are broken.
Wow. Hey.
So that's a cheat code for anybody that buys them. Just call them up, tell them they're broken.
All right. Yeah, I want to do that with all the shoes I have that don't have boxes, from thrifting and Plato's Closet or, like that, But okay. Well, let's talk about your holy grail. What's that shoe that's eluded you just haven't been able to get, that you just really, really want? You know what I'm saying? What is that? Or do you have one?
I was a big Back to the Future fan, of course. And I wanted those shoes since I was a kid, and I will probably still never have them because I would never pay that kind of money. I told my wife, even if I hit the lottery, I don't think I would buy that shoe. I was just like, man, I could buy like somebody a Toyota Camry, other than buy that shoe. It's just too much. That shoe, it just costs too much money, man. So I'll probably never own that shoe unless somebody just gives it to me, which I know that's not gonna happen. But I know that's a wild grail to have, but that's just something, man, I've always wanted. Probably never gonna get it. I'll just have to look at pictures. I'll probably just get like a nice picture of one and stick it in my room somewhere, and I can look at that instead. Hey, what about you?
Talk about not having
you got everything. Shouldn't be anything eluding you with 1,000 pairs over there.
I got several, but
yeah, several. Okay.
With that mag, I mean, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, they came out with them Universal Studio shoes where it was the mag but without the swoosh. I considered getting them for a hot minute, but I was like, nah, man, this just isn't the same, man. It's got
somebody gave me a pair of those. And they're in my garage right now. So if that tells you anything.
Got you.
Yeah, they're out there in the garage. I looked at them and,
Oh, man. Well, to answer your question, though, there's this, I post it every now and then. There's the Air Max 294. It has retro. So that's like
294, man. You got me pulling out my pad here.
Yeah, look at it. To find it, it's just Air Max 294 Runner. Because they came out with the light version last year before, but the regular shoe, they haven't retro. It's one of the only Air Max.
It's like, you're talking about the one that has all the patches on it, right?
Yeah. They had an Atmos pair that had all the shit all over it.
Right. You said 294, right?
Yeah, Air Max 294. So the regular one, it was just say Air Max 294 Runner.
Oh, okay. Got you.
And it's like white, gray, and teal.
I see it.
That's like my holy grail. I had the white, gray, and blue pair before, but I've never had that pair. So
when the last time those been out?
Since '94.
94, and they've never came back out.
Never retroed them. So
The way
Um,
hype set up, they ain't never gonna retro, man.
with them doing the Air Max 96 Part 2, I'm kind of hopeful because that was kind of an
Mm.
obscure Air Max. So
Uh-huh.
those, the Air Force 2 low Espo, the clear joints. I don't know if you've
Uh-huh.
them.
I do not. I do not. You got me pulling out my iPad. I'm sitting here, man, trying to look up stuff as you bring it up because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, they came out with an artist series. So they had an Air Rift for Halle Berry. They had
Uh-huh.
a CB94 Barkley for Nelly. And this graffiti artist named Espo, they made him a pair of Air Force 2s that was clear. And they came with these special socks.
Oh
Um,
wow. Okay. Okay.
that all of these came out in like '03. So the cheapest I've ever seen them in my size was probably like 600. But
Okay.
since they're so
And this
old,
and we're talking about a clear shoe, right?
yeah. So it
Okay.
was before
Okay.
the Air Force One,
Okay.
But it's a risk because the clear, whatever that's made out
Hey,
of.
your feet get hot, man. Shoot. You done so, especially out here in the South.
Oh yeah. So those two, and if I had to pick a third one, it's Air Max 97 Kashima Antlers. It's for a soccer team. It's a 97 that's black and cement print with a teal air bubble.
Okay.
Those
Okay.
are
Man, you talking about some stuff, man. I had to look up a couple of them. So
yeah. So those would be the grails I'd have. I mean, I see the Kashimas, every now and then, but again, since they're from 2006, it may not make
gotcha.
a wear. It might come apart. You know what I mean? So
Man, shoes coming apart is like the worst pain ever, man. I have three pairs come apart. I had my God, I can never remember get a number right. Is it 17 or 18? I can't remember the number. The one that's it's got the all suede upper.
the 18.
It was the 18. I had my fire red five. I had that countdown pack.
Mm,
Man, I said I was gonna kill him today. Man, I had them things laced up, man. I had a little fit on. And like before I get to the car, I could feel them feeling funny under me. And when I looked down, they just imploded on me, man. And I've been looking to get I got a homeboy here. He does soul swaps. But the thing about it, I'm scared to buy another pair because like, am I gonna get another pair and the same thing's gonna happen? So it's kind of like, I might as well just chill. I know they're gonna retro me eventually. And that's the pair I want. I gotta have that black pair with the red. I gotta have that red pair, man. I don't like the white ones with the leather. I'm not really a fan of those. Something about
yeah,
that suede. I could even do the black and blue, but
yeah,
they can have them leather ones. I think the leather ones are the ones they've actually retro more recently. So if you get a
yeah,
pair of those, you probably be okay.
yeah. Because they did the black and blue, and they did the white and blue, and then they just
Okay.
colors.
Right.
But
Shoot, I want to see some more 15s too, man.
hey, them Billy Eilish.
Billie Eilish looking pretty good, right?
Hey, I still feel like the Air Jordan 15 is the worst Air Jordan ever made, but them bitches is hard. I need them.
So the thing about it, man, when they first came out, I thought they were terrible.
Hmm.
I mean, they look like an iron to me. They still look like an iron, but now for some reason, I don't know, man. I think some things just. I remember when the 12 dropped. Everybody said the 12 looked like Bobos. The taxis looked like Bobos. They looked like some Spalding shoes. That's all I heard in middle school. Of course, my parents wouldn't get me a pair anyway, so it didn't really matter. But man, I thought they were dope, man. That's actually probably one of my favorite Jordans. I say it's top five when I look at Jordans in my collection, man. It's something about that taxi.
Now look, I don't want to sound like a hater. Taxi is my favorite 12. It's probably the only 12 I would buy over. Maybe the playoff 12. I might would buy
You know,
over.
like, the flu games. The flu games.
They're the least favorite black and red Jordan in my
The
collection.
flu games?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I take the
Wow.
off, Obsidians, any of them. Like I never wear them. I mean, I have them. I actually have
Mhm.
a pair from '97 and a pair from '16, but I
They got
just
the suede pair too.
I couldn't fuck with with the face on it. They was cool, but I just didn't.
Yeah. Wow, man. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Flu games? I thought everybody loved those.
Nah, the Taxi is my favorite 12.
Okay. Now they're giving us these bootleg taxis they got coming out. I'm glad I still got my retro pair from God, I can't even remember when I got them.
13.
Whatever they last retro. Yeah, that's the pair I have.
That was one of the worst shoe releases I ever ran, by the way. But
Really?
whole nother story there. Whew.
I see somebody say cherries. Love Jones said I like the cherries too. Cherries are clean.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just but what I was gonna say is with the 12s.
You said that you think the flu game is the worst bread. Is that what you said? Make sure I get it right.
It's my least favorite one.
Oh man.
The playoff 8s are up there too. They just, I own them, but they don't really do nothing for me.
Okay.
But
I'm not really a fan of the playoff late. I think the best 8s are the man, I like the aquas.
Oh yeah, that's the best one to me.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say about the 12s is that because of the colorways they've come out with these last few years, the hood niggas have ruined the 12 for me. The fucking black and yellow ones, man. They was everywhere.
I think
18. Just the Masters, like
that's where I was gonna go. It started with the Masters, man. I called them when they came out. I called them the Tax Masters.
Oh yeah,
everybody got their taxes and they went and got the Masters. So I was calling them Tax Masters.
Every year there's a tax time Jordan. I had to post.
Oh, yeah.
That up. I might have that with I'm gonna tag you to it if I can find it in the with the Instagram tags. But it's one, and that was the one for 16.
Yeah, man, I hated those. I hated them. I hate any tax time Jordan, to be honest with you. Because then you gotta see these fits, man, and it's just everybody's they gonna go get their tax time Jordan, and then they gonna get the tax time T-shirt, the tax time shorts, and the socks, and the sweatpants, or whatever comes with it. They gonna have a whole fit, and everywhere you go for the next couple months, you're gonna see everybody with that shoe on.
Never broke again, and $1 billion baby shirts till I can't see them anymore. That's all you go see. Fucking
man.
Whew.
And then them the guys, those are the guys that come shame a guy like me. Like, look at this guy, he's ruining his J's. He's wearing vacation shirts with them, man. Everybody's so into, I don't know, everybody's so into fashion now, man. Let people enjoy their shoes how they want to enjoy their shoes, man. I feel like the guys that are out there saying you need Supreme this and Supreme that to go with your shoes, man, it's ridiculous. Me, I'm a grown man over here. I know for me, sometimes a brother needs to put on a button up, and I still want to, wear my sneakers and have, I want to be a little business up top, a little party down at the bottom, I don't want to be 40-something years old looking party hardy all the time. That's just me,
I struggle.
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you're good. I was done.
Where I struggle is, all right, I'm fat, bald, here. So when I go out, I see other fat niggas that's bald with beards with the J's. It's like, man, I gotta wear these a certain way. Cause like it took me a couple months to really break out the Raging Bull retro. Cause I'm like, I kept seeing niggas with them and they was all wearing the same, polo, the same thing. And I'm like, man, I gotta do this different. You know what I mean? Like, I just shoot, fat bald niggas got me where I don't even really want to wear hats no more, man. You know what I'm saying?
And you remember back in the early 2000s, if you had J's, you had the matching polo. You'd have a matching polo, the matching J's, and then you have a matching fitted cap. Man, you got guys out here still doing that, and they gonna talk about a guy like me. I mean, I kind of appreciate what everybody's got going on, man, because everybody's style is gonna be different no matter what. I mean. And that's what I love about watching the ladies, man. You'll see these ladies out here, they throw a blazer on. They got the matching jewelry and stuff like that. I feel like, guys, we don't have a lot of ways to go. We don't have the jewelry. We can't be out here with anklets on unless you're fabulous. Fabulous. I'm not going to get into fabulous.
I think you could do it, though. You got the swag where you could make that happen.
Man, let me tell you something. I ain't putting no anklets on, bro. Look, y'all gonna get these ankles, bro, and they gonna have lotion on them, and that's it.
Hey,
they gonna have a little lotion on them, and that's it.
But again, you're so strong with your swag, man. I feel like you could pull that off in the right way.
Man, shoot, if I put an anklet on, man, faith might go upside my head, bro. I don't think I'm gonna go that far. But I mean, that's even with that, man. I think certain people can just pull things off, and they I see people they even attack the older people. You got older guys like, man, let these OGs do what they gonna do, man. If just let them do what they do. Like, who cares? When I see an older guy with sneakers on, Like me and Faith, we'll see an older guy who's like, oh man, yeah, that's cool. You know, I'm not looking at his clothes or whatever. I'm just looking at the fact this 55-year-old guy has on a pair of Concords, and I think that's dope on its own.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for him to have a fit on. Like I can't think of that page where it has the old couple. They're like super old.
Yeah.
And they wear like the hype beast stuff. And I'm just like, man, like that's not realistic. Nobody's grandma's walking around. My mom, I buy all my mom's shoes. My mom she wears Yeezys, all sorts of stuff. And my mom, I don't know, she's probably not on, and I hope she's not offended by it. I mean, my mom, she's in her 60s, man. And she dresses like she's in her 60s. So my mom, you can see my mom with a pair of overalls on, and she got Yeezys on. And I think it's dope, you know? She's not out here trying to do too much. She's staying, you know, she's doing her. You know, she's not out here trying to, you know, step out of her lane. She can enjoy her shoes and still wear what she wants to wear. You know? So I think that's important. We just all this out here trying to enjoy the culture. Sneaker mess, don't tell on me about them Sakai's, because they that's a Christmas gift. You already know told. Hopefully my mom ain't watching.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say is I made a post. It's been within the last week or so where, you know, a couple of you know, younger dudes try to shame me for being into sneakers because I'm 40, and it's like, you know, I've been doing this since before you was living, man. Like, how you gonna try to shame me or say I'm too old to wear sneakers? It's like how rappers, the old rappers shouldn't rap no more. Like, it's just the same thing, and it's just us.
Right. I mean, what's gonna happen when? I mean, we're in an age where tattoos are super popular. I mean, all of these people got to get old eventually. So what's gonna happen with that? You know, you can't be into tattoos anymore because you're too old to have tattoos. Tattoos are permanent.
Yeah.
You know, unless you rich like Pharrell, you know, and get them removed.
Yeah,
I think that dude. I think he has some. I think they took skin from a baby and they put it on his neck and stuff because it don't even look like there was anything ever there. That's a whole nother. What's that? I didn't hear you. It sounded like you went out.
Vampire.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, you can't tell anybody when to turn off a hobby. You know, it's just you just gotta let people do them, man. I mean, just like I let these hype beasts, you know, let people wear what they want to wear with these shoes, man. If anything, it's more about the shoe for me anyway. When I really want to appreciate fits, not dissing any of the guys, like I'm really looking at the ladies anyway. You know, can't nobody really put it together like the ladies. You know, we got shirts and pants. That's it. You know, different shirts, different pants. That's it.
Yeah, like I can't wait for the fall, just because, you know, I feel like in the summer I basically just wear the same thing every day: a t-shirt or you know, jersey.
I can't wait, man, because you could actually, you know, we could actually do something in the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, really, in the summertime, we're just trying to keep cool. Yep. You know,
mm-hmm.
You can't. What you gonna layer up on in the summertime? Layer up and die.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Oh man. Well, let me ask you, what's the shoe that you need to unds? Like, or what's the shoe you need to unds the most?
So, I'm still sitting on my Red October. I had a whole bunch of shoes that crazy part about my Red Octobers, tell you a quick story about them, man. I actually hit on my Red Octobers in church, man.
Well, I remember that being a Sunday, February 9th.
Yeah. That was back when, you know, when Twitter was popping and stuff. The Twitter links dropped, and I'm like, boom, 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 boom. You know, here we go. But me and my wife, we had a big wedding plan in 2020. All of that got snatched away. And man, I had a whole honeymoon rotation laid out. I was gonna hit them with. I hadn't worn my Solars yet. My Solars were still dead stock at the time. I just randomly wore them. It was gonna be Solars, Red Octobers. I wore my Doves recently, but that was gonna be like just dead stock and all of my stuff that I've been holding on to. But those Red Octobers, man, we're going to Spain in November, so I'm definitely taking those with me. Try to find some nice architecture and take a picture next to something with them. But yeah, I've been waiting to undead stock those for a while, man.
Wow, that's probably been the fanciest thing we've had. That somebody needed a unds on this show. Oh man, Red Octobers.
Yeah, they man, I look at it. It's one of those shoes, man. I just pull it out and look at it every now and then. That and the Kith LeBron are probably in the top 5 of my collection. The Kith LeBron, the white ones. I wore the white ones to my wedding reception. I only wore those one time. I'm actually scared to just wear those out anywhere, man. They're just so fancy. You
Yeah,
just don't want to pull them.
yeah. With that zipper, it adds a little bit extra.
Man, yeah, when they put that gold zipper on there, it's just, man, I just told my wife, I was like, I wore these with, during our reception with a tux. Like, would I wear these with, how do we just go to the store and I put on a pair of Kid LeBrons with a gold zipper on them?
Whew, man. All right. Well, is there a shoe you have that you won't wear or won't undies?
So I have a pair of Concords and Space Jams. And man, I wanted those shoes so bad as a kid. And it's one of those things where I told my wife I don't want to wear them unless I double up because I just like looking at them, man. That's a shoe that I actually just like to pull out and just really appreciate because it's such a clean shoe, man. I mean, I'm sure you remember when the Concord dropped, man. They had the commercial, man, and it was just so much hype behind it. It was the first time we had seen patented leather on the shoe. It
Yeah.
was just super fancy, man. So that's just a pair. I'm not even a double up guy. I only own one shoe. One of my favorite shoes, the Ferris Bueller Dunk. That's the only shoe I own a double of. But I definitely need a double of at least the Concords. I could probably wear the Space Jams, but I'd like a double of them both. But I don't think I'm gonna undare stop my Concords unless I end up with another pair. I'd actually like a worn pair, preferably. I might get another pair. I might not wear them either.
I hope that my wife is watching. I'm glad that you said that.
Uh,
I'm glad that you said that just because when we moved down here from Ohio, the movers stole about 6 pair. Out of all the pairs I have
wow.
before, majority of the shoes, they took a bunch of Vapor Maxes that, it's just kind of, but they took the Concords that I wear. They left the DS pair, took the pair that I wear, and I haven't worn the other pair and won't. I need to find another worn pair of Concords that's in the same condition those were.
Man, they're so clean, man. I see Sid in the comments, man. I think she posted a pair and she wore them things out, man. It was dirty and stuff. Looked like she been shoveling snow in them, man.
Sid is
in the comments talking about hers need to be cleaned up.
Oh man, but yeah, I won't wear that pair that I have because I had gotten 11 and a half and a 12 when I was still a Hibbett. A dude returned the 11 and a half because on the patent leather there was a scratch that was as big as the space between my fingernails. And
man, I can't stand folks like that. I ain't even gonna get started on that.
And I was like, oh, so you just want to return them? I don't have another pair. It was like 2 weeks after they came out. She's like, yeah, my boyfriend just wants to return them. And I was like, all right. The bitches just went right by car. Like, bought them with my, with the discount or whatever, and it was over. So,
right.
Yeah, it's, but
my wife feels like that about her jams. She actually camped, even though she wasn't really in the shoe. She actually camped for Space Jams. Wife's younger than me. I don't know what year it was, but she camped for Space Jams, and she doesn't really like to wear them. So I ended up getting her a pair of the Jubilees, which it's close. It's just not, whatever.
Yeah.
But, she could wear those. I don't think she cares if she beats those up. Those Space Jams are special too. If I could get her another pair, I will. But not now with the prices the way they are.
That's crazy. I'm gonna shock you even more with than I said with the black and red 12s.
Mm-hmm.
I own a pair of 16 Space Jams, and I have my Space Jams from 2000. I didn't get the 09s, but Space Jams and the Royal Ones, another shoe, are the 2 most overrated Jordans ever.
Well,
it's just black. It's just black.
So look, I'm going to tell you why I love the Space Jam so much. So eighth grade, the movie came out. Of course, I'm watching the movie. I think the Space Jam, I could part with the Space Jam. But I think that the Space Jam, man, it's just a shoe I couldn't touch as a kid. It's just something that, is more special to me than anything else. And that's why I really don't care about wearing it, man. Like you said, it's just an all-black shoe, man. Like, I got plenty of other all-black shoes. When I think of go-to all-black shoes, man, I throw on a pair of all-black Vapor Max before I reach for Space Jams. And then on top of that, the pressure them 11s put on your pinky toe, man. I gotta go half a size up to accommodate.
Bro, I hear you. I'm the same way.
Just them things feel like church shoes, man. That's when they put that patent leather on there. That's what they were doing, man. They turned them into church shoes.
Yeah. To me, since they went with the higher cut, it doesn't bother my pinky as much as some of the other pairs. Like I sold my 7210s because they yellowed like almost instantly, and
Man,
my pinky was just screaming every time I would wear them. But
so the 7210s, man, they're so bad that I actually did the sole protector on them.
okay,
And just a little bitty piece was exposed. Man, I wore those shoes 2 or 3 times, and it's just like that little bitty piece, like I let a deadly disease in, like I let coronavirus in. That one little part, it just spread all over the whole shoe. And I was just like, man, I'm done. The only shoe, and I'm not even really super anal about wear or anything like that, but just certain shoes, man, if they go sideways fast, I have to get off of them. You remember the black Hornet dunks? Man, I wore those shoes one time, and I'm telling you, that toe box looked like it had an earthquake. I mean, I don't know what happened with those, man. I love that shoe, but I wore them one time, and man, after I wore them, I got rid of them.
the last shoe that did that to me was the Air Barrage Retro from the end of 19. I was so disappointed in them.
So I'm wearing I'm trying to make sure I get this right. That's the turf trainer type shoe that has air on the sole, right?
Yeah.
So I've only worn mine once, so I don't know. I think mine are from 19, man.
Yeah.
They're like a black, white, and like a teal color.
That's the one.
Is it that pair? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't wear them long. I wore them an hour. They didn't crease or anything. So
Yeah. Well, for mine, it wasn't even a crease. They were just so uncomfortable. Like I only have.
Oh man, when I put that shoe on, I actually made a post about how uncomfortable they were. I think I said comfort level, stepping on a Lego or something like that when I actually posted it. I really like for them to bring those. I miss turf trainers, man. I wish they bring some turf trainers back. You remember the Reggie Whites?
Oh yeah, the Pro Streak. Yeah.
Pro Street. Yeah, I had those in the 9th grade, man. And I missed the retro. I think they retroed only a couple years ago, and I missed it. And now these fools out here, they want $350, $400 on eBay.
Yeah, that was a weird retro. They came out in 14, but they only retroed at Champs. They were Champs exclusive, and I think.
Okay.
Because I have the white ones. Because I had them in 10th grade. I still am looking for the black ones. But,
okay, man, them black ones were clean. You didn't even see them a lot then.
Nah.
Everybody had the white ones.
Yep, yeah. But those are deep in the vortex. Those the Trainer Max 96 Bulldog on the bottom. Those are in the vortex. Like
okay.
I see stuff like that. Like I have to get
Yeah, man. You that stuff. I don't know why they don't bring that stuff back. You remember the Michael Irvins?
Oh yeah.
With the green on them, man. I love those, man. They were so clean. Everybody had Michael Irvins like in middle school, and that was a pair. Of course, mom and dad wouldn't get me along with the Big Hurt preseasons with the big strap across them. Man, they need to bring those back.
I was just about to bring up the preseasons. Reebok.
Yeah.
Of course the Emmets. I mean, they retro those once in 12, 13.
Yeah, man. Reeboks they were great back then. I don't know why they're not retroing that stuff. Hopefully, like you said Shaq and them said they gonna revitalize, they're gonna run some of this stuff back. Man, I get all those Big Hurts, man. Yeah. I want those other ones, just the funny stripe ones, the Reebok Blast. I love the Blast, man.
That
nose black.
Yeah.
There's a pair of Blast, there's a pair of Dead Stop Blast size 12 sitting on Macari right now, man.
All right, now let's talk about this. So,
okay.
All right.
They're in my cart, but I ain't pulled the trigger on them yet.
For any of y'all in this group, you know what I'm saying, like, or I should say on this live, like Macari, Poshmark, Depop, those are some of my go-tos for reachbacks. Other than eBay, I found so much shit on Macari in the past 2 years, like, it's a beautiful thing, especially for y'all grade school size, people, you know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of shit on there.
Man, when you talk about that grade school, I got faith. This is probably the best crackhead steal I've ever gotten in my life. I got a pair of LeBron 16 Superheroes, the men's pair, for $52. That was shipped. $52 shipped. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab them. 52.
Oh,
$52 ship, man. Crazy.
yeah.
I'm proud of this.
Yeah,
See,
that's
when I was all excited when I got them, she was just like, "Oh yeah, they're nice." I'm just like, "Got these for $52."
yeah,
What you talking about?
yeah. For me, it's also a matter of how much I got it for at this point, along with, getting it. Like, um, I found a pair of Vandals for like $60, the original silver, red,
Oh,
blue.
uh-huh.
Those were like halfway Grail status for me because I always will miss them when they come out. They slipped through my.
Okay.
So yeah, Macari has definitely been a go-to for me, and my wife has copped a few things on there too.
Yeah, super sleeper spot, man. I hopefully it won't really catch on, but eventually people will start sifting that stuff out and they'll grab stuff from there to eventually resell. But for some reason right now, man, I just, I don't see a lot of people on there like that. I see stuff that looks really, really good to sit. I'm thinking probably more so it's not stuff that's hype. Because I go there looking for like, stuff. Um, I think back in 2001 in high school, I had a pair. You remember the Trunner Bubbles?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I want a pair of Toronto Bubbles, man, and I found grade school sizes that are dead stock. I just want a pair that I could wear. They don't have to be dead stock or anything.
yeah. The Trunner was ahead of his time. I have the very first Trunner, the one that got recalled
Uh-huh.
with the shit you could adjust in the back where it will cut your Achilles. I still got a
Oh
pair,
wow, yeah, okay.
but those Trunner Bubbles,
So that must have been before 2000, right? You said it was like a prototype pair.
yeah, the very first Trunner came out in '99,
Okay.
but
I had like those white and silver ones with the 3M on the
yeah,
toe and stuff.
those was raw. And then they
Mm.
had the Trunner LX that they had Roy Jones. They had like a black and red pair, or there was red and black. I don't know if you remember them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the more popular pair, man. Those are super popular.
Mm,
Like literally, if you Google Trunner, that's the first pair to come up. You got to look for the bubbles.
yeah, yeah. But Macari is the shit. Poshmark is the shit, and Depop. So
What's that other spot? There's another spot too. I can't think what it's called right now. But
uh,
I think it's literally people that don't care about shoes and don't know what they have.
yeah, yeah. I found some shit on Etsy too. So
You found shoes on Etsy? Okay.
vintage. It's a lot of customs, but like I found some of my vintage shit on there. Mainly just
Okay.
older Converse, some older Nikes. But
Gotcha.
okay. What's what's the shoe that everybody loves that you just don't fuck with?
Man, to be honest, low top Air Force One.
Hmm.
I had somebody hit for my first for my first pair. I ended up getting an off white. I think the lemonades or whatever like that.
Okay.
And uh, man, I just can't do bulky low top shoes. I can do bulky if it's a high. It's probably, man, because of the whole ankle thing. I like having my ankles out. So bulky shoe, with me covering my pants and stuff, I don't know if that really works. But man, I know. I see young Luke Kang on there, man. He was getting at me earlier, man, about those Air Force Ones. I just can't get with them, man. I've never, I've never had an all white pair of Air Force Ones outside of the I got the special. They got like the special force ones I love them because they got like the cable, and man, they just got a lot going on. I like that pair, but man, I can't do the lows, man. I remember my dad buying me a pair when the Nelly song was popular. He bought me a pair of all white Air Force Ones, and I never wore 'em. Never wore 'em. I just couldn't get down. I think at that time I was wearing Prestos.
Oh,
When they were doing the Prestos and they looked like water and stuff. They
oh
just had
yeah.
all sorts of crazy prints and stuff on them. And my dad, he was always trying to get me to wear more subdued type shoes or whatever. He's like, man, we going out of town. You got to throw these on. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good with my Prestos.
Yeah.
So
Prestos was hot back in the early 2000s, man. Me and my wife was talking.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I can't. That's the only shoe I can really think of that's super popular that everybody likes. You know, I know everybody says it's a classic and whatever like that, but I just can't mess with it. It could be a mid, it could be a high. I just can't do the low top.
Gotcha.
I'd actually say one of my favorite shoes in my collection probably is an Air Force One. It's the after what the Pendleton, and that's probably one of my favorite shoes. But and that's they did Pendletons last year on the low top Air Force Ones, and I couldn't mess with them, man, because they were lows.
Yeah, yeah, I love the Pendleton. You know, when they offer that as an option.
Mm-hmm.
You know. All right. Well, as we close that.
What about you? Did you say something? Did you say something about the one you don't really mess with?
Oh no, I didn't say one. For me, hmm,
I thought it was gonna be Yeezys, man. Then you popped out on me one day about a month ago, man, and had a pair.
see the thing about Yeezys, I only really wear them when it's colder outside. I don't really wear them in the summer. I don't like how they look with.
Really?
I don't like how they look
Okay.
with shorts. You know, especially with you know my legs are kind of on the bigger side, so I just like
I
wearing them
got you.
pants. So, but for some reason my coworkers didn't believe I had a pair, so that was partly why I wore them because they be watching my page or whatever, and I'm like, I do have like 7 or 8 pairs of Yeezys, but
Man, you messed everybody up when you pulled them things out. I sold my wife. I was like, look, Shorty got a pair of Yeezys. I just assumed, man, that you didn't mess with them. I don't know why.
nah,
But
I have the Blink Yeezy 1 and I have the Platinum Yeezy 2, but as
of course you do. Of
far as
course you do.
look, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still love those more than the Adidas ones, but if I had to pick a favorite Adidas Yeezy, I have it. I have the first 750, the gray one. That's really the only one. But even with them, I only wear them when it's cold outside because I couldn't see wearing them with shorts.
Man, just like I said in my post, you got everything over there. I
Nah,
wanted a
oh,
pair of 750s. I ended up I got to the point where I actually wanted to dump a couple pairs of 350s to get a 750. Those 750s are nice, man.
yeah,
That was a shoe that was ahead of its time, for
agreed,
sure. Because I
agreed.
still feel like people still don't really mess with them now. I can't remember the last time I seen a pair of 750s on foot, man.
Yeah, like I wore them. I don't know if we were following each other yet. I wore them on January 1st. You know, just kind of start the new year on some trying to be
Mm-hmm.
on some fresh shit. You know, that first week I wore them, the MF Dooms, a couple other
Okay.
you know joints, Atmos Air Max ones, just a couple. But I guess if I had to pick a shoe that everybody um, liked at one point in time that was hot that I don't really mess with, I never was able to get into Janowski's.
So it's funny you mentioned those. So I found a pair. I got a pair of Doenbecker Janowski that I found in my closet. And man, when I say I found them,
Ooh,
I took them. Man,
what like
let me see if I grab them real quick. I'm gonna grab them real quick.
so?
Man, these are so ugly. I don't know what I was thinking when I got these. Um, I think I might have been hype beasting a little bit because they're Doenbecker, but I don't foresee me ever wearing these. But I couldn't get rid of them, man. I couldn't get rid of them. When I found them, I was just like, they're not even in a container. They're in my closet, in the bottom of the closet. I said, these aren't worth the container to me. I don't even remember when everybody was wearing these. I think I wore these one time. I wore them one time. But I feel like it's a good shoe to have, just like, like I got a Janowski. I got it. It's here. I can at least say I got one.
Yeah, I feel like they were hot like 12, 13, 14 ish. You know, maybe going into
Mm-hmm.
15. I just couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never could get with them. So that's probably the shoe that those and probably the Adidas Zx Flux. Like I never could get with those either.
ZX Flux, ZX Flux. Is that the crusty? Wait, no, the ZX Flux is the scaly looking
Hmm.
multi. It's got like a neochrome type deal going.
Yeah, to me they were
Okay,
what started the Adidas hype like 2013, 14 ish before the boost.
okay. Somebody clowning them Janowskis in the bottom said people wore those. Look at them faces down there, man. They clown them. Yeah, hey,
Jones. Oh man.
that's what I like about collecting, man. Sometimes you got to keep the worst of the worst to say you were there during the time, man.
Yeah, it was a moment. Like people look at me crazy because I still had them Invisible Woman Air Force Ones from 2006, but it was a moment. I'm like, man, I'm probably never gonna own these Espos, so this is the next best thing. So I'm gonna just cop these.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's man, that's why I like holding on to stuff. I think a pair I actually regret letting go is I had a pair of they were super ugly gloves. You remember the gloves that came out and was like a crazy colorway? I can't remember what they were called.
They're like green and orange, and
Yeah, 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 man. I didn't have anything to wear with them, and I got off of them. I wish I had them now because I feel like if I threw them on now, I mess everybody up. I can't remember the last time I seen a pair, man.
yeah, the glove was a moment too. I mean, I got the black ones and the Soul Collectors. Them Soul Collectors ain't worth shit. I thought they was gonna be worth money,
Is
but
that the green pair?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
The store I was at, we only got 6 pair, but I was like, man, I gotta have
I
it.
don't think I've named the shoe yet. That you it's like yeah, I got a pair of those there. They're behind the other 2,000 pairs that I have in the garage or under the bed.
I feel like our collections are comparable. I'm gonna just say that. You got the fucking Solars, you know what I mean? Like red Octobers. I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy about those shoes, man? Like I actually have people commenting sometimes, like, man, how come you don't post no heat or whatever like that? Yada yada yada. Man, those shoes are cool, but I don't know. It's just something about the weird pairs that are forgotten. I was scrolling through my page one day and I was just like, man, I hadn't posted a lot of new releases. Man, the only reason I wore a pair of Travis one. I'm gonna say this and it's gonna be a completely unpopular opinion. I think those Travis Scott ones, man, I think they're poop. I just think I I got a pair because I was able to get them for retail. And people can say like, oh, you might not appreciate them or whatever like that. But pairs like that, I like I like some of this cool hype stuff. But the problem is I always try to enjoy it later, you know? Because it's just like, man, it's just like I hit on P Rods. As soon as I hit on P Rods, whole news feed, P Rods, P Rods, P Rods, P Rods. And I'm not knocking anybody, man, for rocking their P Rods. But when I see that, I kind of want to chill. I'm like, you know what? Let me put mine on ice for a year or so, and then I'll pull them back out when people are like, oh yeah, there they go, the P Rods,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I kind of like, like even when I get like these little heaters or whatever like that, I like to sit on them and pull them out a lot later. Once people, kind of forgot about them a little bit.
Sure.
And that's what I like to do.
All right. Well, what direction do you see your collection going in the future?
What direction? So at this point, I know I'm not like you, but I'm at the point to where I'm trying to round off my collection and try to find like I don't like low top dunks, at all. I just, it's another bulky whatever shoe. I think they look great on some people. It's not the fact that I don't like them. I don't think they look good on me. And that's how I feel about the Air Force One. I'm trying to round out my collection and get a lot of models that I don't necessarily mess with. But I kind of pride myself on having different models so I can say, like, yeah, I have one of those for collector's sake. I'm kind of past the point to where I just try to buy everything. I try to tame the hunger by not buying everything that I want. Just because I can see it and I can buy it, I'm like, you know what? Let me not buy this pair. Let me try to get another pair. So I guess I'm at the point now where I'm just, not to say that I'm gonna stop collecting, but I'm trying to pick up things that I might have missed out on, which, going to Macari, trying to get silhouettes that I might not own. It's just like, I recently, about a year ago, I got an Air Max 95 because I never owned an Air Max 95 before, you know? So I try to find a model, even though I might not necessarily mess with that silhouette, I try to find one that I like just for collector's sake. You know what I mean?
For sure. Okay. All right. What is on your radar next?
Oh man, you know what's funny? People always laugh, saying, being done for the year and stuff, but I don't see a whole lot of stuff. I'm looking at the calendar and stuff, man, and this year since I haven't been able to grab a lot, it's been kind of like a year it's been a year to kind of like, I'm gonna steal Kid Cutie in the comments where she used, reach backs. Like I went and got the Kevin and Hell Blazer, from last year. I went back and got Nigel's. So this year, it hasn't been so much about new releases. I'm kind of glad I missed out on a lot of stuff because it enabled me to focus on some other stuff that that I wanted, and kind of missed out on. So I'd say most of the things I've gotten this year is probably stuff I missed out on at some point in time. So
sure.
I mean, that's what you got to do, man. You got to, if you still want to collect and you out here taking L's, you got to go another direction, man. Just like we were saying about 2020, you got to evolve, and you got to evolve the way you collect now, man. It's just like you can't let missing out on one shoe. I mean, I see people, man. And look, I don't care if it sounds bad. Like, man, making these long, elaborate posts. Nike hates me. Like, a lot of it's in jest. That's cool. We laugh, we have fun with it. But man, I see guys that post a whole paragraph about an L. I'm like, bro, if you don't move on and find something else to buy, there's plenty of shoes out here. They for everybody. You can find them on Macari, you can find them on. Just grab something else, man. I mean, Nike. I remember back I just looking back on 14. I remember it was like one Jordan every Saturday. Now we get Monday Jordans, Tuesday Jordans, Wednesday Jordans.
Friday.
You got 10 pairs to go for on Saturday, man. You might hit on one of them. And shoot, for me, you might go 0 for 10,
Yeah.
So I mean, at the same, but to go back, man, it's just yeah, man. I feel like you just gotta find other ways. You gotta find other ways to satisfy the thirst, the hunger, or whatever. If you can't hit on sneakers app, I'm sure everybody has a shoe that they can try to reach back and search for. They get at a decent price.
For sure.
Because I feel like because of what's going on now, there's a lot of pairs. Like you remember when they had I call it the great Air Max hype. When the Wotherspoons came out that whole year, everybody was checking for Air Max. Man, all those pairs that were sky high, you could go back and look at them now and they're cheap.
Yeah. The only one that I really haven't seen for cheap yet is that Gundam 98.
Oh yeah.
And I want those because I had them in 98. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
They lasted until about 08, 09. They crumbled.
Okay.
And Cleveland is it's not really a sneaker place. We never recovered from losing our sneaker mall. So, shoes like that, a lot of the, dudes, if it's not a Jordan or Phone Posits, they don't care. And resellers bought them all, so I wasn't able to get them. And that's a shoe I'd pay $200, but I can't. 250, 300, 400. Like I can't do it with them.
Yeah. 98's are slept on, man. I think I've only got 2 pairs of 98s. And 98s, I feel it's kind of weird to me. I like 97s. It's one of my favorites. But I really don't. I feel like if the 98 got better colorways, it'd be more popular than the 97. It's definitely more comfortable than the 97. The 97, I have a narrow foot, but it is so keen, man. Yeah. I don't, even though they have the same unit, it's just something about the 98 that feels more comfortable to me than the 97.
I'll just say this, and this ain't me bragging. I have 6 pairs of Air Max 97s, which is low for Air Max for me. But I've got like between 12 and 15 98s. I love it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The only thing that the 98 is second to is the 95.
Okay.
Okay. But
gotcha.
I love the 98. Like 97's cool, but I really only care about the silver bullets and the gold ones.
Yeah. And the gold ones, those are
Atlantic blue, like a few.
Okay. I got the CR7s. I got the red pair and I got the gold pair. Those are my favorite. I actually like the gold CR7s over the OGs. I like gold shoes, period. The more gold, I think I've got a few pair of gold 97s. I got that recent release from like a year or so ago. But 98s, man, even though I don't have a lot of them, 98s are up there for me. I actually proposed in a pair of 98s. I proposed in a pair of Chinese New Year 98s.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still.
And it was crazy. It was so hard to get a pair, man.
Yeah, I'm still.
You still looking? The crazy part about it, man, I didn't realize until I grabbed them that they only released in China.
Yeah.
Like they never dropped them over here. So when I bought a pair off StockX, they actually came from China, man. They had all this weird paper in them and stuff like that. And but it's a cool pair, man. I think personally, man, I probably think that that's probably the best pair of 98s. I know you got 15 pairs over there, but you know, I probably you might have a pair you think is better than that. What's your favorite 98?
Um, hmm,
Did she say she found those at Ross?
there.
A pair of Chinese New Year 98s at Ross?
Um,
Wow,
for
I'm
me, it would
slipping.
probably be the Tour Yellow, the original, you know, white, navy, and yellow. That's probably the one. That's my favorite one to wear. The cones are right there.
The cones, man. I like the cones. I
The
didn't want to pay resale after I missed out.
Yeah, but you're right. I hate to say it, but I feel like for the '98, they come out with a lot of hood nigga colorways, all black, black and red. Like I don't want a black and red Air Max.
So I don't think shoot, I probably get messed up for this too. I don't think I'm looking around. I don't think I own one bread shoe, man. I'm actually super against bread colorways. I think it's super. I think growing up, seeing them so much, man, everything was like black and red, black and red. Um, I appreciate it for what they are, but as far as needing a pair in my collection, the only bread shoe I would probably add in my collection at this time is probably the Flu Games. I just don't have a lot of bread shoes on my radar, man. It's man, it's when you bring up the hood dudes, man. When I think about bread shoes, that's what I think about.
Yeah,
That's what I think about.
yeah.
You know, they gonna have a black polo. As living here in Georgia, you're gonna have a black polo with a red horse, and they're gonna have that Atlanta Falcons fitted on. You know, I'm just like, man, I'm like, shoot, y'all still, man, same fit from 30 years ago. You know, so I mean,
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Um, all right. Top 5 shoes in your collection.
top five. This would not have to be in a particular order.
Nope.
Okay, so definitely the Buellers, both Kiss LeBrons, uh, the man. You know what? Let me get up. Let me get up and turn around for a minute.
Uh,
Let me see. So, pass the torch ones. Um, got to throw the Road Warriors in there. I don't know where I'm at yet.
I think you got one more. I think.
I'm stuck. I'd say, ugh, sitting here looking. Probably the Wotherspoons, man. Probably the Wotherspoons. Um, yeah, I don't have a lot of J's in my top. I almost want to throw the Dior ones in there, but the reason why I won't throw them in there, the quality is super high on them, but it's just not a top. It's if we want to talk about quality, I think the Dior one is the best quality shoe you ever see in your life.
Wow.
Like it's just the fact that like I feel when me and my wife we were looking at them, man, they don't it I don't know if they were handmade. I don't know the origin of them. I know they were made in the Dior factory for sure. But man, they smell different. They feel different. You know, the leather. I mean, given what retail was on them, you know, I'm not even gonna get into that. But it's the highest quality shoe. I want to throw it in the top just because it's the highest quality shoe I've ever seen, based off of that.
All right.
But I can't put it in my top five though. But I think that Wotherspoon, I know it was a super hyped up shoe, but it's probably one of my favorite Air Max. And I wish I could wear it more because I see people that wear theirs a lot, and they look the more they start to tatter a little bit. The more you wear them, they start to like give a little, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and even with me not messing with dunks, man, the Bueller, I was a big fan of the Ferris Bueller movie, man. I loved that movie as a kid. Love it now. They did the perfect thing with just, its fit, incorporating it into the shoe. I wish they get more creative like that again.
Sure.
It's just like, they do these collabs now. You don't even know what they're in relation to. If they didn't tell you that's what it was, you wouldn't even know.
Oh, you're right.
When you look at the Bueller dunk and you think about the Ferris Bueller movie poster, you're like, boom, that's his fit. So I don't know if I want to ask you that question, man. I mean, you got a lot of pairs to choose from. I don't think you can narrow it down to 5. Can you?
Yeah, I could. I was gonna ask you.
You could. Okay.
Um. Well, for me, the I'll just use pairs that probably mean the most. The 94, 95 ones, since I've had them since then. My Magic Johnson Converse weapons.
Okay.
Concord 11s. The Blue Foamposite. Just the pennies, the original.
Okay.
And the Neon 95. Those are my top 5 shoes to wear.
I have never had a pair of Foamposites. I've never had a pair. I wanted a pair when I think I was in the I want to say I was in the 8th grade. Was that 96 when that blue pair came out?
That season 96, 97.
96, 97, yeah. And man, it was a weird shoe, and it was so innovative at the time. That's probably a pair I need to get to round off the collection, but it have to be the original blue pair.
Sure.
The
only pair.
Yeah. I like those pink ones too, man. When they did those pink ones.
Yeah.
But it'd have to be the pink or the blue. Preferably the blue. Definitely the blue.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find a pink pair that hasn't started yellowing.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got people to bring them back. But I feel like people that bring back souls, it's like the people that restore your headlights, man. They're going to turn again fast. It seems like they turn faster after they get restored,
Yep.
Than anything else. But there's a guy I mess with. I'm not trying to shout out no plug or anything like that. He sells these things called Savior Souls, man, and those things work.
Okay.
They work good. He's got the ones that are kind of grippy at the bottom. So, when you step, it's not like you're stepping onto a banana peel, So.
All right.
I put those on every clear bottom shoe. I probably slap that on.
Okay. Yeah, well, everything you got looks brand new. You know what I mean? So,
Man, see, you get to wear yours, for your job and everything like that, man. With me working the job I work, most of the time, man, unfortunately, man, my sneakers they're weekend. It's been a weekend wear. During the pandemic, with everybody being quarantined, I've had the opportunity to wear more. And at one point, I was posting almost every day. But now, hey, we back in action now, man. Folks is flying again. We working, man. So, luckily with my clientele, sometimes, they're super laid back. So I could throw on a pair every now and then. Today wasn't that day. I was flying a bougie client today, and he wasn't gonna see me with no Air Max on. That wasn't gonna work. So, as you can see, shoot, he liked the air on like 50 on the plane, man. So when I fly in him, man, see, it's summertime, man. I got a sweater on, So.
Got you. Whew. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, about that. You ever, get hot? You know what I'm saying, in the pit.
Oh no, so of course there's different uniforms, man. I got like a crew neck type sweater, a V-neck type sweater. But man, this guy, like he likes it cold, man. He likes it cold. So I had to, as soon as he called me, I already knew I needed to pull the sweater out, man. Because he's just one of those people, man. He likes it. He's one of those people, man. He wants it 60, 65 degrees. And his plane doesn't have any separation, really. So whenever he has it on is what we got to be on.
Got you.
So, yeah, man.
All right. So my wife just put, you're not asking the important questions. How did you get into the eBay Top Star program?
Oh, Lord. So you know what? I think I got into the Top Star program by being a triple OG. I think buying shoes. You remember when people were super leery about shopping on eBay? Man, I've been buying shoes on eBay since eBay was eBay. I wasn't buying. Of course, it was different then, man. It wasn't, you didn't have to worry about getting finessed and stuff as much. Yeah. So, man, I can't think. I've probably been buying shoes off of eBay over 10 years, and I bought so many pairs. Now, I heard with that Top Star program, they choose you based on certain things. But, man, I know for a fact between buying shoes for my mom, because I buy shoes for the whole family. I buy them for my sister, my mom, my wife. I mean, just over the years buying for all of them, I know I've bought hundreds of pairs at this point, So I don't know. The program it's actually a pretty cool program. The thing I don't like is sometimes they notify you of things too late. Like they gave me 2 tickets to go to SneakerCon. I think SneakerCon was gonna be in Chicago. It was a SneakerCon in Chicago, and they literally gave me the tickets like a week before with no notice. It was like, oh yeah, you could come to the booth And you could get some eBay like T-shirts and stuff like that. I'm just like, notice, but it gave me no notice. But other than that, okay, she said she's been on there since 2005. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's totally random. I just got lucky. So
I got you.
if she been on there since 2005, yeah, she definitely OG on there.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's probably one of them things. They'll tell you can't choose everybody. They hit you with that Nike stuff.
yeah,
Everybody can't hit. So,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's a dope program. They opened up the collection and they gave me several, very good options to buy retail sneakers. So I think the last fall collection they did, it was a whole bunch of low top dunks, which I don't care about. But I mean, they had Hyper Royals, they had University Blues. I ended up picking up a pair of ready-made dunks. I had one pair already. I'm kind of weird about completing the pack, so
I'm,
I
yeah,
picked up the second pair.
I'm guilty of that.
That completing the pack stuff,
Yeah,
it get you in trouble, man. It's like especially if you're like one away, you'll just keep looking at it. And I did that with the Supreme Up Tempo because I'm such an up tempo fan. And the worst pair of Supreme Up Tempos is the black pair. It's just like I just needed to complete the pack, but that pair is complete trash to me.
like the gold ones and the red ones over the black ones.
Right. The black ones are just there to complete the pack. They're not better than the OG black and whites, I mean when you're talking about blacking out the shoe and put Supreme on it, it's blacked out so you can barely see the fact that it says Supreme on it.
Yeah, it could just be a regular pair of Air More Up Tempos.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Got you. Got you.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, before we close off, you got any other questions for me?
Man, I don't know, bro. We might need to set something up, man, where we talked about this before, man. Just get a list, man. You could just show us everything that none of us have ever had, you know. But man, I'm trying to think. You didn't say what you had on your radar for the rest of the year. What you trying to get for the rest of the year?
Okay. I need those Air Max 96 2 Mystic Teals. So
Okay.
for them, they're on Nike, but they haven't put them on sale yet. For us employees,
Okay.
I'm still waiting
Okay.
for that. Uh,
Gotcha.
I need the Midnight Navy sixes because my pair is in the
Hmm.
garage.
Okay.
I'm gonna try for a pair of cool gray 11s just because my pair is from 2001, so they're like damn near orange on the bottom.
I'm willing to bet you're gonna end up with a pair, man.
I
I
hope.
think I think they you know how they do with them 11s, man. I mean they hit us so hard with them. I think there's gonna be 1,000 restocks on them. You'll end up with a pair.
Yeah. What else? Oh, those ones. With ones we always got to put an asterisk by them because of the way it is now. But those ones that come out around Christmas that look like kind of like white biohacks.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, they come out on December 19th. I forget what they're called, but they're like white, black, brown, green. It's a couple of different colors in them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I see your wife says she's going for them strawberry milk dunks.
she said he gonna get me those strawberry milk.
Oh, you're gonna get them. Oh, okay. Got you. Well, there it is. What you think about those those little holiday dunks with the elf that they posted today?
You
Did
know,
you see those?
I haven't seen them.
Y'all seen them?
Uh-uh.
Man, check them out. Check them out. They pretty cool, man.
Okay.
Feel like they got like a little elf on the side of them or something like that. Look, they did them in like some kind of white velvet. Like
Well,
it might actually be decent quality.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to hope. I like Christmas shoes. I have a lot of Christmas shoes between the players.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. I like to get festive, man.
yeah. So
Yeah. Oh, I see that sneaker freak Sid. She's got a pair of the chocolate milk. She's flexing on this. Man, I think she's bought 100 pairs in the last week.
yeah, she said she was gonna stop, but then she had that all them stacks.
Real.
Woo. Yes, it's hard.
Yeah. I told my wife I was gonna chill this year. There's not much more that I want to get. We got a local raffle going on for the strawberry milks here. So we were gonna try to get those for the honeymoon rotation, but that's one of them things where it's a raffle, So I'm not. That's why I said I'm done for the year. Like I'm gonna go for it in this raffle, but raffles, man, we probably ain't gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real out here with that. But I mean, that's it. I'm really mainly looking at um, just trying to find as many vintage Converse basketball shoes from the 70s and 80s that I can, that are wearable,
Okay.
obviously. And, 'cause I love, people at Converse at work, they don't be ready for me. So, I try to come.
Man, I bet it's crazy you pull up with them old pairs because all the folks you work with, do you have to wear Converse to work?
Yes.
And that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So you can't ever mix it up.
It's so many shoes that I need to wear and want to wear, but everything keeps getting pushed off because I gotta wear the Converse. So, but
Okay.
um,
I mean, it's cool that you got enough to rotate, man. Because look, we be talking about me and my wife talk about you all the time. I'm just like, man, Shorty been on a Converse spree for like 2 months straight. Like he could, like, how many of everything does he have? I think I don't even have 10 pairs of Converse here, man. You probably got what, 60 pair, 100 pair?
um,
Yeah,
it's like 220 or something like that.
220 pairs.
Yeah, it's a lot. I had 100 going into Converse, but it's been a lot.
220 pairs of Converse.
And out of them, maybe half of them are Chucks. Between Chucks and
Man, that's crazy, man.
so
You got most of us ain't even got 220 pairs total.
yeah, it's just I don't know. I mean, Converse is like a rabbit hole. Like once you get into it, it's hard to get out. And for me, I've taken more L's this year than I ever have. So
Uh-huh.
between the reach backs and the fact that they're so cheap, because even the Chuck 70 is $85. That's still cheaper than any statement Nike shoe. You know,
Look, man, I gotta cut you off for a minute. You gotta answer that question, man. If you wore a different shoe every day, how many years could you go through your collection?
ooh,
That's pretty good.
somebody bias imagine. I really don't know. Mm,
3 years, 5 years.
I'll just say if I wore everything I had just straight, probably somewhere between 4 and 5 years.
You could go 4 and 5 years without repeating.
Yeah,
Man, I'm about to go to bed. I'm holler at you. Ah,
I'm just old, man. I mean, when we had the same group. You just very youthful looking. You know what I mean? But ah, it's been
you said where you born? You born in 82?
80.
80. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, we close in age, man. I'm 83 here. I just turned 38. So
Yeah, so just think. I mean, I have a lot of stuff from high school still, and when the game was pure, and I'll just say from like '02 until probably '08, I was heavy into the eBay, man. Like heavy into it. You know what I mean?
you're talking about going 4 or 5 years without repeating the shoe. Apparently, we're heavy into everything. Heavy into everything, man.
Hey,
Ah,
yeah, it's a lot, but it's all blessing.
your wife gonna kick you out, man. Oh
Now,
man, if I had that many pairs, man, my wife be like, look, one of us gotta go.
shoot, I mean, I hate to put my wife out there, but I mean, shoot, she probably got over three herself, so you know what I mean. It's a lot.
Yeah, I feel you, man, because your wife, she gonna hit at least 3 times a month. She be on there talking about she ain't hitting, but every time I look up, oh, I hit on this. I didn't even want it. Look at these LeBrons that I don't want. Did she keep them Stewies or she sent them back?
Now they ain't even came yet, but
Oh, they ain't came?
yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, she's all these niggas are shitting off fireworks. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's just been a part of my life. It's a lifestyle. A lot of that is working in stores too.
Got you. And see, I've noticed with you, man, you've held on to a lot of stuff. You got stuff from high school. Man, I drug everything I had through high school because I've been wearing 11 and a half since the ninth grade. But I literally have nothing. Like even in college, man, I was beating them up. If you were going to college, if you did go to a party, somebody was gonna throw up on them or something, and ruin them.
I've had
I went to a black school, so there was foam parties and You know, people out there throwing up and football games and all that good stuff. You know how black colleges get down, man. So
Yeah.
they ain't respect them shoes. I mean, I didn't really care about them, man. I wore them and that was it. I really didn't start collecting until after I graduated college around 2004. That's when I actually started keeping stuff. And then even then, you know, I was on some weird stuff. I keep something, I sell it. I was really trying to kind of find my sneaker identity, you know?
Yeah. Nah, I get you. I get you. I mean, now keep in mind, you know, I've worked for Foot Locker like 3 or 4 different times. I've worked for pretty much every shoe chain except Finish Line, local, you know. So I've had a lot of access to shoes over the years. So I'm not trying to discount my collection, but being into retail management with sneakers has had a huge hand in my collection as well.
I mean, I see how it could, man. I mean, you're pretty much a crackhead working in a crack house. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, but I mean, it's different now. Like until we moved down here, I was with Foot Locker again, and they were kind of treating us like customers. Like we had to enter raffles. You know, we couldn't just
Really?
get the
You
shoe.
worked in the store. They didn't just give them to you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got like I said, we link again. I got some stories for you in these stores. You know what I mean?
Okay. I remember your story about how you had to fight to get those. What was it? What the Kobe ate, right?
Yeah, I had to fight with the owner.
And they didn't want to give you those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hey,
how long you been in retail? Retail store.
since the '90s.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
a long time, but man, I really, really appreciate you, you know, being on here. I was looking forward to,
Hey man, I appreciate you having me, man. I enjoyed it, bro.
you know, but I'm definitely, you know, we're gonna be talking. We got to do another live on the side away from this. You know what I'm saying? We just
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man.
so
Definitely.
yeah. Well, on behalf of you know, Shuli is here. I'm Shorty C94. We'll close it off. I thank everybody for being, you know, a part of this, and we'll see everybody soon.
All right, take it easy, bro.
All right, you too, man. Peace.